Let me tell you guys about the plane trip that I had home from Chicago from the holidays. So I get to the airport 2.5 hours early because I'm Chris Thompson and my name's on the no-fly list. I get through security, get the usual pat down, the search through the luggage as if I'm about to bomb the place. Get to the gate, plenty of time, still says my flight on there, and I got about an hour and a half, 2 hours to wait. So I'm sitting there and I notice that my boarding pass doesn't have a seat on it. This is something that really confuses me. Why do airlines book tickets for people but don't give them seats until the last minute? Is it like a fun little game like, oh, let's make them wonder if they have a seat? So I go up to the ticket counter guy and I'm like, hey, I've noticed this ticket doesn't have a seat on it. He goes, oh yeah, let me take care of that in a minute. I go, okay. So I go and I sit back down. Finally, they call my name. They're like, come get your ticket. So I walk up there. I get the ticket. Exit row. But hey, at least it's a window. And I sit back down. Now, usually they start boarding planes about a half hour before they're supposed to take off. So it got to be about 20 minutes till we were supposed to take off. And I walk over and I'm like, I was wondering when the boarding for this plane was going to happen. They're like, which flight are you referring to? And I was like, the one to LA. And he's like, actually, they switched the gate. How are you going to switch the gate and then not tell anybody that you're switching the gate? I am no mind reader. I don't know what plane looks like it's going somewhere. They all look like they're going in the air. That's why they hire pilots, to give them direction. So I go over to the gate, which happens to be on the other side of the terminal, which was wonderful. I was pulling like a Home Alone, like running down, like, oh, I'm gonna miss the plane. I didn't really. Who runs like this? Like, oh, it doesn't seem very effective. I get over to the other gate, and they haven't even started boarding yet. And I hear over the announcement system, we haven't heard from the control tower when we are going to be taking off. So we'll let you guys know. Perfect. So I'm sitting down, waiting to hear. Then I hear over the loudspeakers again. Yeah, we can't find another plane that works, so we're gonna have to try and fix this one. We gotta find a couple parts and install them, yeah. That, needless to say, probably makes me just a little bit nervous. 2 parts aren't working correctly, we have to go fix them before you can get on the plane. So finally we start boarding the plane about an hour later. We all get on the plane, sit down, we're sitting there for about 10-15 minutes. When all of a sudden, over the loudspeaker, we hear, yeah, there's something else on the back of the plane that's not working, so we're gonna have to fix it. Yes, no, that's right. A third part on the plane isn't functioning correctly. So I'm starting to wonder maybe if I should even be on this plane. But it didn't stop there. So then they're like, yeah, there's some pretty big snowflakes on the wings, so we're gonna have to de-ice the wings, yeah. Yes, there's accumulation of snow on the plane wings. So this crazy little predator machine comes out over with the light and starts spraying all this goo stuff all over the wings. And then I'm like, okay, well, there's no possible way that there could be any other problems with this ride. We're just going to go, now it's going to be great. We actually start taxiing out to tarmac, and we're about second or third in line to take off when we hear, yeah, so the problem we thought that wasn't major turns out it is major, and the FAA won't let us take off. So we're gonna go back to the gate and we'll just let you know. Yeah. So there we are at the gate, waiting for another 20 or 30 minutes. At this point, we have been on the plane for 2.5 hours and it has not gone anywhere. Turns out that the windshield wipers were not connecting with the window to their liking. So another 20 minutes elapses. Finally take off. Finally land in LA. This is my question to you guys. At what point during that process would you have got off the plane? Did I make a bad move? Should I have got off the plane and tried something else? Let me know.